we would take more calls, and I believe we are now fully back on again on Star Radio UK. I say good evening to everyone that have joined us tonight, and welcome once again back to the program. We apologize that we lost. We will catch up. I was actually giving us, the breakdown of President Muhammadu Buhari traveling out of Nigeria, for a very, very long time. And welcome once again back to the program. We got that. Yeah, once again, thank you so much. It is still the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. Good evening to all our listeners and viewers. I will get the phone line on in just about a few minutes. But for now, I would like to appreciate, my producer, Mr. Archie, working tirelessly behind the scene. We're back now, and I guess, we can catch up with some of what we were discussing earlier. I was actually giving us, the timeline to President Muhammadu Buhari traveling out of Nigeria. I mean, he keeps traveling out of Nigeria, and the question that a lot of Nigerians are asking is, why for the last 7 years, President Muhammadu Buhari refused to fix, the hospital, the health center, in Abuja to take care of himself. Rather, he has been traveling to London, for more than 200 days out of Nigeria. My name is Olayomi Koiki again. I say good evening to everyone that have joined us, and we do apologize, for where we lost signal earlier on back to the studio. We are fully back on now, and I can only say thank you so much. Let me give us, the back view again of the aircraft of the president arriving in London. So many times we've seen these kind of images, but again, the shame does not happen to African leaders. Most of them come to UK, either to Germany, France, to take medical treatment. And you wonder, how they feel comfortable. I mean, imagine this is the president of 200 million Nigerians, or 200 million population, the most populous black nation, but yet he has to travel to United Kingdom. We don't know what kind of illness is wrong with the president, but yet he comes down here for medical treatment. So we're going to get our phone line open in 15 minutes, but let me give us, some of the breakdown again. Daddy Yatta is missing for more than 2,000 days. Is a critic to the Kaduna State Governor, El Rufai, and yet nobody knows whether, Daddy Yatta is dead or Daddy Yatta is alive. We all remember Malafia. Malafia told us some few things before he died. Malafia gave us, some of the reasons why Nigerians should be careful before the end of the year. As of today, we have 100 days before the 2023, but the concern that a lot of Nigerians are asking is, there is terrorist, attack in almost every part of Nigeria. There's no denial about that anymore. And we have President Muhammadu Buhari out of the country, currently now in UK. He has not officially handed over, to the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. This is what Malafia told us before he died. Let's listen to him. Okay, while we get that back up again, this is what Malafia told us before he died.
Our own intelligence networks. Okay. Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. start a civil war in Nigeria.
Okay, I know a lot of Nigerians back home, might probably say, this is a prophecy that is not going to happen. We agree on that, but one thing we know is there is a lot of evidence to back what the late Dr. Malafia have told us, in the last couple of months, and some of those evidence have shown in what Nigerians are facing today. On Friday last week, we saw that there was kidnap on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Some individuals were killed, some have to pay ransom to get themselves out. But the question tonight is the prophecy or the words of Malafia going to come to pass, or is it just something that we should not worry about? As we all look at this graph of Nigeria behind me, I am asking tonight again, are we safe as Americans continue to advise their citizens to evacuate out of Nigeria, as Great Britain is doing the same thing, Ireland, Denmark, Norway, and so many other countries are now advising their citizens to leave Nigeria before it is too late? Should we be concerned with what Dr. Malafia told us? Let's hear what he has to say. Is Nigeria now at the verge of breaking away, or is it just that it's just a speculation? Nothing is going to happen. Nigeria will hold together. Let's hear what the late Malafia said again.
Don't joke with what I'm saying. I have a PhD from Oxford University. I'm a central banker. We don't talk nonsense. So don't joke with what I'm telling you. I have this from the highest possible authority, higher authorities of some of the commanders of the killers and Boko Haram.
You said northern governors, past or present, Dr. Badaya?
No, current.
Okay, so if we have one of the current governor in the north, which part of the north do you think that some of these, or one of these governor is actually, supporting, the agenda of the Boko Haram activities? Which part of Nigeria, or which part of this northern part of Nigeria are you suspecting? I don't know. Maybe some of my listeners around the world would have an idea. I don't know. But the question is Nigeria at the verge of breakup? As we speak right now, the debt ratio of Nigeria is piling up very, very fast. It will take 40 years. You heard me very well. 40 good years before we can repay back our debt. I will probably be about 83 years old before we can pay back those debts. That is if the debt does not continue to rise. As we speak right now, Nigeria's total debt is 62.8 trillion naira. That's about 143 billion US dollars. But yet, we still cannot say what is going to happen. Let me give you the breakdown again of the days that President Muhammadu Buhari, this is statistics from last year. According to what we have, President Muhammadu Buhari left Nigeria, Abuja, is currently in London taking medical treatment. And yet, out of those times he has been in office, President Muhammadu Buhari have now traveled out of the country more than 15 times for medical treatment. What kind of illness is wrong with him? How sick is the president? Is the president fit enough to continue? And why has the president refused to hand over to the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo? Is there something we should be concerned that as the terrorists continue to go into Abuja while the international community are evacuating their own citizens, the president is now in a safe place in the United Kingdom? Are you concerned as a citizen of Nigeria? Ǹjẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa ní gbogbo àgbáyé níjọ́ Wednesday lórí ètò Star Radio UK, the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London? Ǹjẹ́ yín wà worried pẹ̀lú àwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí yín tó ń bẹ ní Àbújá, tó ń bẹ ní Òkè Ọya? Ẹ̀yin náà láǹfààní àti pè wọlé. Aago tí ẹ máa pè sí òun náà ní +44 740 440 5917. Let us hear from you. Those of you that are watching us from around the world, I'm going to be reading some of your comments as well. The question is Nigeria a safe place, or should we be concerned? As I say, good evening to each and every one of you. Let us remember so many individuals that have been kidnapped, killed, probably as they wanted to do with Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho. Again, we congratulate Chief Sunday Igboho, for the honorary doctorate award that he received, just yesterday, as the images was coming out of Benin Republic. And we'd like to appreciate those of you that continue to send your love and greetings to him. One thing we got to remind ourselves is self-determination is not a crime. Asking to go out of a country, we are not going to be the first person to do so. There are so many countries around the world that wants to have freedom, that wants to have their own independent nation. And Nigeria, having the indigenous people inside, is not omitted. We will continue to tell those of you at home that there is right to self-determination, and we are going to make use of that very, very well. My name again is Olayomi Koiki. As I'm going to be taking some of your calls, I am asking again tonight as I take the first caller, and I say good evening to you, Bishop Adesina. Good evening to you and welcome to the program.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. You're live on Star Radio UK.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a pleasure. Nigeria is more than a shithole. And I will buttress my point from all perspectives of the government operation. I was checking one of the news that came out today, and CBN spokesman from the CBN governor was talking about that 80% of the cash flow in Nigeria is not passing through the bank.
Yeah, I was a bit worried about that when I got that news myself. That 80% of the naira outside is not coming back into the bank. So who is actually holding the money together?
Now listen, when he's supposed to be ashamed of himself if they know what they are doing. If they actually know, I told you the other time, I said Nigerians are largely illiterate. Forget the big certificates. Now, how will 80% of cash flowing within the nation do not pass through the bank back? And you saw that report and you don't know what to do about it, only to come and say it to the air and be blaming the citizen, the people handling the cash for it. Should I tell you the cause of that?
I'm listening.
The cause of that goes back to 3 years ago when CBN decree, would I call it decree? It's a decree now because they did not pass through the normal banking rules. They didn't ask for the consent of the customers. They didn't ask for they just impose it on everybody that 2.5% of every cash inflow into the bank will be deducted as stamp duty. This is the reason why commodity price is going high and high in Nigeria today. Within 1 year, price of commodity rise to almost 400%.
Wow.
Within 1 year.
Wow.
Within 1 year.
Okay, let me back you up with that, because we have a statistics here right in front of me, and I have it there. The engineer have actually helped us to put it at the back. In 2015, we were buying fuel at 87 naira. As of today, we are now buying fuel at 180 naira. I don't know whether that's still the right price, but you're going to help us with that in about a few minutes. Rice is now at 2015 is 8,500 naira. As at 2022, rice is now 36,000 naira. The dollar. No. I'm gonna. Hold on, Doctor Bishop Adesina. I'm gonna allow you. Like I said, you are the one on the ground. You can help us whether the statistics that I have here is already outdated, but you will help me out. The dollar, I'm aware that the dollar in 2015 was 219, but right now today the dollar is 855. The external debt, is about 99. Almost 16. Let me get that very well. There's a bit of movement there. There's about $9.7 billion is what we were owing. Today we are now owing 146 billion US dollars. The gas is 9,500. If you want to take some of them out, do we have Dr. Bishop Adesina on the line with us? Rather, sorry, not Dr. Bishop Adesina. He's a regular on Star Radio UK and is giving us the up-to-date reason why Naira is no longer circulating among the central bank. If you are not from Nigeria, you're wondering, what exactly are we discussing at the moment? We are discussing that the Naira, which I'm going to show you what it looks like, is no longer circulating in the central bank. Rather, Bishop Adesina is trying to help us out. Let me go back to him back in his in his base right there in Lagos State. Go ahead, Bishop Adesina.
Thank you very much. You are absolutely correct. It's more than 40% within 1 year. The bread, family bread that was sold for 250 naira is now 1,200 naira. Family bread, family size bread, 1,200 naira. There was a time I was in the vehicle and I saw a cheap bread that looked like a family size, which was sold for 800 naira. I quickly purchased it. My children could not eat that bread because it's not edible.
Wow.
I ate the bread alone for almost 1 week.
Wow.
I need to buy the normal good and edible bread for them.
That is quite expensive.
1,200 naira.
Okay.
Yes. Now, if I am the president of Nigeria or member of the House of Representatives, the CBN governor that know this statistic of 80% of cash not flowing through the bank,
okay,
I cannot do anything about it but to put the blame on the citizen who is trading with the cash. We have to call such a person and ask him, what should he do?
Okay, it looks like the signal from Bishop Adesina. We wait for him to come back. But while we're waiting for him, this is what the Naira looks like from behind. Okay, you see, Bishop is back. Go ahead, Bishop.
Hello?
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. They will not. They will not, because they know the cause of the influence. They cause the influence. They are the one that from the cause. Why will you put 2.5% as stamp from every inflow into every bank account?
Okay, let me. Can you explain what that means to a layman? Okay, we're having problem.
2.5%.
Okay, can you explain to us what that 2.5% mean? I mean, I'm a layman. All I do is
between the bank and the central bank, they are shared.
Okay, what I'm trying to find out from you, Bishop Adesina, is okay, we're having a. Okay, can you hear me? Okay, all right. I'm going to let him go. It seems that we're having difficult with his line back there. If you want to call in as well, the number is +447404405917. And right, Latikwe. And if you want to speak, the Yoruba, if that's what you feel comfortable with, please do not hesitate, to call in and let us hear your view. We will translate to those that are non-Yoruba, so that they can be carried along with the conversation. As you can tell, there's a lot of pressure in Nigeria as we speak right now. And more Nigerians are saying that all this problem can be resolved by, the APC, the PDP, or the Labour Party, Peter Obi. Are you sure about that? We have a new caller, and I say good evening and welcome, to Naija Voices. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Ẹ kálẹ́.
Ẹkúṣẹ́ takuntakun.
Àwa nìyẹn.
Ṣẹ́rí opinion tèmi ni o. Ṣẹ́rí for staying in that Nigeria, for staying in that one Nigeria, Yoruba can never progress. Never. The kingdom come.
Okay, what is the reason for, okay, let's take it one at a time for the benefit of our listeners. So in terms of the more the Yorubas stay in Nigeria, there will not be progress among us and we will continue to remain backwards. Why and what is your argument on that?
Okay.
Kini
Our border was closed for almost 5 years.
Okay.
No Yoruba leader, no elder, they kept mute. Number one, all our businesses, all our father businesses collapsed.
Okay.
Now we are in trouble. Yoruba region is in trouble.
Okay.
Right now, people are telling me that this our Yoruba nation is like a scam.
Okay.
Because delay is dangerous.
Okay.
Baba Akintoye promised us we should go and pray. We pray for 1 week. We fast. Everybody now almost have to come ulcer with fasting and prayer. Baba told us October. Now we are in November. They are telling us before the end of December. This Baba, I think a lot of my friends are telling me Baba is waiting for Tinubu.
Okay.
They say no. They say yes. I have to open my eyes. Am I stupid? I said no.
Okay.
Now to follow
but if I mean from what and again for the listeners, the caller is now joining the conversation to the Yoruba Nation movement that is currently on the ground, and the question the caller is trying to pinpoint is, it seems that there is there's an agenda to delay the actualization, and there's a breaking news that is coming. I'm going to read that breaking news before we continue with my caller. Do not go. Gunmen have kidnapped a retired police officer in Plateau State community. It's a breaking news again. Gunmen have reportedly kidnapped a retired police officer, Ayuba Mangidi East, at his residence in Daika community in Panya district of Manguru local government area of Plateau State. There's a breaking news coming on Naija Voices this evening at exactly 1900 hours. You're watching a live broadcast, and let me now go back to my caller. So you're a little bit skeptical that Professor Akintoye, who is on the right hand side on the screen right there for the benefit of those that probably do not know who that is the leader of the Yoruba self-determination movement. And my caller, Tiba Padawasodoyin, let's get you again to tell us exactly why you think that there is a skepticism, that there is something that we don't know. Let's hear from you a little bit more.
Okay. Number one. Everybody know Tinubu.
Okay.
Everybody know him. Everybody, unless if you don't want to know him, everybody know him. He can manipulate everybody.
Okay.
So concerning Baba, I cannot bet my life. Tinubu have a lot of agents with Baba that is convincing Baba. I can bet my life for that. That is why they are delaying us.
Okay.
I'm telling you. Let me be frank with you. Igboho is not coming to Nigeria because of the condition of his release. Let us be frank to ourselves. Let us declare this thing, and if we want to die, let them kill us. Okay. We are just wasting our lives here.
Okay.
I'm telling you the truth. Yes, we have to let this policy be state. Because if you don't know, let me tell you. If you are waiting for a boy in Nigeria, you are wasting your time. The condition of his release cannot allow him. Let us be frank. Okay. But if you stop lying to us and be deceiving us, we are dying.
All right.
Good day.
Thank you so much. Well, that is the view of the caller. You can get your view in as well. We've actually opened the phone line so that we can get as many of you. We're looking at President Muhammadu Buhari out of the country. Terrorists is actually invading every part of Nigeria. And tonight, more Yorubas are asking the question, should we wait a little bit no longer, or should we just do what needs to be done so that we can exit out of Nigeria? If you've just joined us, It is called Star Radio UK. It is every Wednesday where we discuss issues affecting the indigenous people and Nigeria. Let's take a look at the picture behind you there. And there's a lot of numbers of politicians. In the question is, these are the same politicians that are now campaigning for 2023. Do you agree with 2023? It's now exactly 100 days before the election. Are you also of that same view that there will not be any declaration, there will not be any super rally? Let us hear from you as we continue the program. So I'm going to now go back a little bit. Davido and Chioma lost a very precious person. A 3-year-old Ifeanyi was left with the maid to be taken care of, while Davido and Chioma was out there somewhere in the southwest, I believe in Ibadan, from what we were told. As of today, only 6 out of the 8 have been released, but 2 individuals that we don't know their identity are still currently being held by the police in Lagos State, probably for questioning. My question tonight is, who is actually responsible for the taking care of your loved ones or taking care of a country like Nigeria? Remember that as we speak right now, 39 children are still in the hands of terrorists. And let's go back again to Bishop Adesina, which I believe has something to say. Once again, we come back on the issue of Davido and Chioma, but let's remind ourselves, who has the safety net for taking care of your loved ones? Who have the safety net of taking care of a country like Nigeria? The president is here in London, whether he's in an oxygen, whether he's not feeling well too long to take back the power, and control the system in Nigeria. But from what we are told, according to the leader of the Igbo on Isaiah, I think Edward Khan, saying the president have not actually left the power officially to the vice president. Quite a lot is going on in Nigeria, and my job here is to help you out with all those issues on Star Radio UK. Bishop, you're back again. We were speaking to you earlier on, but it seems your line was a little bit, not going there. So let's hear from you.
419 network.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Now, the president, down to all the leaders of ministries in Nigeria, are irresponsible on their post and of their duty. That's why the president can break the constitution without delegating his authority to the vice president, then left. So who is ruling Nigeria constitutionally? Just like that. Then everybody in the position of authority does whatever they like. Now the CBN governor, who has the responsibility to look at, okay, if 80% of cash flowing not going through the bank, what have we done that make it so? Because if you are removing from my account 2.5% of every money that comes to my account, either my money or my capital or my profit, 2.5 leave, I would like to put my money in bank. And if you are an intelligent CBN chairman or governor, you look into that, either remove the stamp duty or reduce the stamp duty.
Okay.
But because they are not interested, this is free money for God's sake. Do you want, let me just use one bank as an example. Just one bank. Can you count how many customers, how many accounts one bank control? I'm not talking about the entire branch, just a branch in Lagos, a branch. I'm not talking about millions of accounts in just one branch in Lagos. Now, at least in a week, let's say 1,000 naira goes through that account.
Okay.
And the minimum they will charge is 50 naira.
Wow.
From that 1,000 naira.
So for every time you pay in 1,000 naira, the bank deducts 50 naira.
you can. If I send 1,000 naira to your bank account in Nigeria, you will not receive 1,000 naira. You will receive less than 1,000 naira.
So that is exactly what you mean. Okay, so for a layman like me, so that's exactly what you mean by the 2.5% that the CBN has actually.
Yes,
okay,
duty.
The stamp duty.
Now calculate that 50 naira times 1 million account.
Okay. Okay.
And that is just the minimum. I'm not talking about people that are doing business that in a day drop close to 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 in their account. 2.5 is going.
Okay.
That is the reason. But the company cannot survive. Company close up. I have a microfinance bank here. We have to close up because within 6 months, I look at the stamp duty is getting more than the profit of loans that we roll over within 6 months. We can't sustain this. It's as if we are working for bank and central bank, and we have to pay staff and pay rent. If not, your capital will also go. Your capital will go. You will see your profit again, and your capital will go. You become indebted. They don't care. This government don't care. So company close down, and apart from that, you will see commodity production companies, factories, they cannot sustain this. That's the reason the commodity product keep going high, because they are producing, and as they are producing, the money is going through the bank, but they are having deficit.
Okay.
So they have to think of increasing the price. Maybe they will make up. So the other time they will think they are managing it. Before you know it, they will go to deficit again. Then they will say, okay, let us increase the price so that that's why within 1 year the commodity price go 400% high.
Okay.
And people are becoming mad.
So in a nutshell, Bishop, for a layman like this, right here back in UK, the cost of living is going very high. We've seen that.
It's very high.
Oh,
not
very
going
high.
Very high. It's very high.
Very
it's
high.
Extreme at the peak.
So those back home right now, how are people surviving? And when we talk about the self-determination, the indigenous people, our Yoruba, to move out of Nigeria and have our own system, some are saying that Peter Obi is going to come and solve the problem. Likewise, some are saying that Atiku will be able to resolve the problem. Some are saying that Tinubu can solve the problem. We saw Tinubu yesterday, in Lagos State, saying that he's going to turn things around. I don't know how he's going to do that, but the question that
I listened to all his speech. They are just rhetorics.
Rhetorics.
He said more than that when he was bringing Buhari in.
Okay. Well, Buhari is actually Before you go in there, Buhari is actually in London, just as Tinubu comes to London, just as Atiku travels to France.
Also.
Okay.
I listened to how he said that he built all the infrastructure in Lagos. If you build the health infrastructure in Lagos, why can't you come there and treat yourself, for God's sake? Why do you go to London?
Okay.
I listened to him. He said that he's going to put food on the table of people, as if he's going to offer people free meal. If you're going to put food on the table of people and they're not going to buy it, if they don't have job or finance capacity to buy it, would they survive? Are you running charity?
Okay.
What do you mean by saying that you're going to put food on people's table when during COVID, even international organizations or Nigerian government did not give 1 naira to its citizen. Not to talk of food, but they lied to international organizations, showing them infrastructure. Were these people costs or what?
Okay, I saw.
They locked people home for almost 3 months.
Okay,
not allowing them to do their job, to earn a living. People began to beg on radio, asking for help. This is the dilemma of Nigeria, and these people will not go unpunished. Let me tell you one thing: if the CBN governor, who knows what to do and did not do it, and is can say that the dollar that is rising against the naira, now dollar is 860 or 55 naira to $1, and the CBN governor has the monetary ability to make naira become strong and alleviate the tension and the need and the poverty in the nation through monetary policy. Or I don't think, maybe he didn't have the intelligence to do that, or he has intelligence to do that. He was instructed to not to do that, to do the bid of the political people in power. But he is the one that's supposed to do that. But instead of him doing that, decided to say that he wanted to change the color of the currency and spend 281 billion naira to print new money. And that is by the way. Okay. The funniest thing is that he said they use 3.88 billion naira to destroy old money. The old money that have not yet, they've not collected from us. It has not yet been collected from us. We are still spending it. They said they budgeted proposed 3.88 billion to destroy it. Are they bringing the machine from heaven or what?
Okay.
I mean 3.88 billion. We are talking about million in thousand-fold. 3.88 to destroy waste property. I don't understand this country. I don't understand.
Thank you so much, Bishop. For those, let's get some more in. Again, this is a live program, and let me give the update again as we have it there. Bumi Bukwala said that man who is saying Chief Sunday Igboho is not coming for the super mega rally is simply pushing his own agenda and fully anxious at the detriment of the achieving productive outcome. So definitely, Chief Sunday Igboho said he's going to be coming out for the super rally, and there's no need for us to be concerned about that. This is still a live broadcast on Star Radio UK. You can also add your input as well. Keep the comment coming. I'll be reading all your comment. You can watch us on Star Radio UK. You can follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, and likewise all the platform as well. Let me take some of your comments as they're coming very fast. Pastor Momo say Tinubu's speech is full of trash. People's minds are dull. May God put fire in their mind and make it sound. I love that so much. I was actually going through, we're going to come back again to, Davido's son. And likewise, why are Nigerians not reacting to 39 children? Remember, 39 children kidnapped in Katsina State on Sunday. They are now demanding 30 million naira. Who is the responsibility holder for the children, the country, your local government, your state? Who actually is going to take care of us? Sharifa Agbabiaka says security is very, very important, but President Muhammadu Buhari is now, well, we don't know, is somewhere in UK taking medical treatment. I say good evening to those of you that have joined us. Arole Odudua, good evening to you. Benga Joseph say Yoruba Nation Declaration is what we need. And likewise, a very sad one. One of my auntie died. I just got the news, yesterday. Twins there, but one of them died. May our soul rest in perfect peace. We are all going to die at some point. Nobody knows when. So that is why we are saying, do the needful so that your name can also be put in the record of those that have done something for humanity. Kudus Agbabiaka say, the country is responsible for the welfare and security of our citizens. Yoruba Ogwadula will say, good evening, Mr. Koiki, Yoruba Nation are going back. Diana Aaron say, good job, White Lion. The line is still open as we still have about an hour and a half into the program, and I'm reading all the comments as they're coming very fast on all the platforms. So let's go to, the Naira today is 855. I was able to send money back to Nigeria today, and it was 935 Naira to £1. Wow. Crazy man be that. Animal in crazy man's skin. That is coming from Sadiq Olakunle. Tony said, kidnappers should ask Gumi for the ransom. I care not. Let us be care. Let us have that care, especially these are innocent children from the northern part of Nigeria that have got caught up in the whole mess that the country Nigeria is facing today. Let me show you this map that I have behind me. And the question is, why should we remain one when we can actually divide the country? And then everybody has their own territory. Good evening to those of you on the Instagram. Rugged D. I'm not going to finish the word of that. I was actually closer to you today. I say good evening to you and welcome for joining us, Rugged D. I'm not going to tell you which of the platform Rugged D is watching me from. Once again, thank you so much for the love, from your family and the little one as well. The little one is growing so fast, very, very fast. Ahmed Jamil Adekunle say, I don't believe in one Nigeria anymore. I don't want us to be any part of Hausa Fulani Boko Haram Nigeria. We have nothing in common with Hausa Fulani people, Igbo people, Yoruba nation now, no going back. Olodumare afunwase ami lórúkọ Jésù. Ọmọọba Akiwe Ara, Mr. Koiki, your words always give me hope, and that is exactly what we want. We have a new caller here from London. Myself transmitting here at exactly 7:21. Hello, good evening. Okay, the problem we have with those that watch us abroad is you have to scream and you are not reducing the set of your volume. It's not very good for us. Mute the background so that we can enjoy the conversation with you, please. Mute the background. Ami?
I've done that.
Hello, good evening. We can hear you now.
Yes, it's okay. I just want to know if I can put down my name for the next general meeting.
Okay, we're live on the program at the moment, so I don't know whether you're aware of that. So it seems you're probably not aware.
I'm aware of it, but you said that you are going to pray and the meeting is coming to an end.
What meeting?
The conversation.
Okay, you want to add your voice to the conversation? Yeah, go ahead. You're live now. We can hear you.
Hello, Salam Bella.
Go ahead. I'm going. Emma Sorlo, I'm going.
Mo ní concern nípa issue tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní some part of Ogun State. Mo fẹ́ highlight lórí ẹ̀.
Okay, all right. Let's hear it.
Ní ọjọ́ rally nípa ọ̀rọ̀ oúnjẹ, mo ti already make some advance provision.
Okay.
Fún my area in Ìjẹ̀bú-Òde.
Okay.
So whereby mi ò fẹ́ kí owó ti máa ná kó lọ to waste.
Okay.
So mo ti arrange pẹ̀lú àwọn tó máa ń ṣe àwọn catering people tẹ́ kó bá mi sóúnjẹ lásìkò ọdún.
Okay.
So mo lè jẹ́ ra ẹran.
Wow, interesting.
So mo ti ra ẹran àgbò kan.
Okay.
Mo lè ti wọ́n dà fún wọn pé kí wọ́n kọ́ lọ kọ́ sí rice tó máa need.
Okay.
Àti owó nǹkan ọbẹ̀.
Okay.
Kọ́ lè fi kọ́ lè sáfún ní ìjọ mẹ́ta ra yìí.
Okay.
At least go for the 3 days or 4 days or 5 days.
Something that can hold people, to sustain them within that community. That's a good idea. And as exactly the entire advice I want you here, if you can do that, I believe anybody can do that. Even if you're catering for 100 people in your area, there could be 3 people doing the same thing in your area. That means there will be enough for people. Map it down when you're the organization are going to do it. But go ahead, in another, go ahead, so that we can get the next caller in.
Okay.
Okay, well, I think that should inspire somebody. Thank you so much, Babawa, for that. Our caller, remember that we are going to have a super rally. And the caller, as Babakintoye have advised, that everybody should chip in, whether individually whether through an organization like Ilano, like the YSDM, the Ominira, or whatever you believe you are comfortable with, it doesn't matter. You can even take the bull by the horn and do that yourself by doing exactly. As we have that map behind me, I say good evening. Okay, I'm not sure whether the callers still have something to say. Hello? Well, I thought we've already completed the conversation. That's why we disconnected. Okay, about Shekia, because we have a lot of people that are calling about Shenis. It looks like you're picking the words bit by bit. About Shekia. All right, that's fine.
So, are we going to make provisions for people who are coming from distant places, like some villages to Djibouti?
Okay, are we going to make provisions in what way?
Provisions of transport.
Passport?
Like, yeah.
What do you mean by passport?
Provision.
I don't understand.
We are holding at Djibouti.
Yeah.
People from Mala, Omu,
okay.
Ile, Ibefun,
yeah.
Awa.
Okay.
So you must want the location was in Djibouti.
So why would they need a passport within the Yoruba land? That's what I'm trying to understand. Or what do you mean by passport?
Yoruba land. Because some people will be willing to come, but they don't have transport money.
Oh, transport. Okay, so it's okay that I have passport. That's what I was wondering. What do you mean by passport? Well, that's one of the reasons. Transport. Okay, that's one of the reasons why the suggestion so far is do it closer to your area, and you will not need to travel anywhere.
But the people who are closer to Djibouti will prefer to come to Djibouti.
Well, then somebody has to take care of that. I'm not sure whether that taking care of will be something that will be taken care of by the whole organization. We're talking about a whole 8 states. So I don't know how that is going to be done. But if people can help those community in transport, whether by getting a transport or have transportation, to move them out of a particular community to a bigger area, then I believe that is going to be something that, again, if I go back to my record, when Babakitoye spoke about 3 weeks ago, he actually said, and I quote, that we should all go and help those at home for all those days that they'll be outside. So that's the only thing I can say. I don't think I can add more to that. Transport will have to be taken care of by individual, to help those that will be traveling, during the course of those time that the rally is going to be held.
I don't think that is fair enough.
Well, it's quite arguable if you say that is not fair enough. But that is exactly what I can say. Whether you can have another idea to how that is going to happen, I don't know. You can tell us what you think is going to be fair.
What I think is fair is that we mobilize people and we provide transport for them.
Okay, when you say we, so what do you mean by we? Who are going to be the we?
The Yoruba nation.
Okay, well, they've had you. I'm sure they are watching me from Benin Republic, and they've taken that into an account that we, and you say we, including myself, would have to help those that will be traveling, in every state, not probably in Ogun State, but every state across Yoruba land. Thank you so much, and I guess let's get the view of somebody else, but definitely that is well taken, and that is already been noted as well. Babakitoye will probably have to address us more on some of these, little issues as well. Thank you so much, for the caller there, telling us that we need to get people from their community into somewhere very well. Look at the map very well again, and let us review the question. Is this going to be Nigeria in 2023, or are we going to see a partition, a new territory coming out, as the Biafra are saying enough is enough, as the Yoruba are saying enough is enough, the Hausa are saying enough is enough? I say good evening to those of you that have joined us. We have a new call on the line, and I say good evening and welcome to the program, Star Radio UK.
Good evening. I just want to contribute about what the caller just said.
Okay.
According to Baba Akintoye, let me go in Yoruba. It will take me Biba mix and maybe no.
It's okay.
That's all we I need to travel. Sherry, I want to buy one Èkó. gbogbo ọ̀nà tó bá wọ Èkó bí Ìbàdàn expressway bí Ìṣàgámù expressway bí Ẹ̀pẹ́ expressway gbogbo ọ̀nà tó lè wọ Èkó ẹ jẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ Kóòtù Òjíire ká wà níbẹ̀ ká dí ọ̀nà yẹn. So àwọn tó bá máa fún wa ní oúnjẹ níbẹ̀ wá wà níbẹ̀ tó rà máa wà níbẹ̀ àwọn tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ aláàbò fún wa wọ́n máa wà níbẹ̀ pẹ̀lú wa. Ìyẹn ni mo expect àwọn coordinator wa kan ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí nísìnyí kí wọ́n lọ káàkiri gbogbo ìlú wa gbogbo ilẹ̀ Kóòtù Òjíire ní Koiki ni o gbogbo ọ̀nà tó wọ Koiki káwọn coordinator wa kan ṣiṣẹ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan gbogbo ọ̀nà èyí tó wọlé láti ilẹ̀ Haúsá èyí tó wọlé láti ilẹ̀ Ìgbò èyí tó wọlé láti ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tó wọlé láti Ìlọrin sí ọ̀dọ̀ wọn kọ́ gbogbo ọ̀nà yẹn kọ́ dẹ̀ ṣe àrégbẹ̀ báwo làwọn tó ń gbé àdúgbò ìbáwo náà ṣe pọ̀ tó àwọn tó ń gbé àdúgbò ìbáwo náà ṣe pọ̀ tó àwọn tó máa fún wọn lóúnjẹ níbẹ̀ kí wọ́n mọ̀ ọ́ nítorí mi ò ní advice pé kọ́ àdó ní ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ oúnjẹ sí ṣùgbọ́n a ní láti wà níbẹ̀ lọ́sùn àti lóru àwọn aláàbò á dẹ̀ wà níbẹ̀ pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí bàbá sọ fún wa nìyẹn pé ká take control of our territory in our area. That area no vehicle should come in and no vehicle should go out. Nobody should. That day no work for anybody in Yoruba land. Both inside or outside, nobody should come into our land. It may last us for 1 week, it may last us for 2 days, it may last us for as soon as we declare, then everything will change immediately. But we have to take control of our territory. As I'm living in Apni, assuming in Nigeria, I will have to know how many roads enter the area. Láti ìta wọnú ilé ibẹ̀ la máa dúró sí. So, àwọn ọmọ ò ní wá nǹkan tí bàbá sọ ká ṣe nìyẹn. Ṣùgbọ́n tí bàbá sọ pé a fẹ́ travel láti ibìkan wá, àwọn tẹ́lẹ̀ fi sílẹ̀ sílé, what do you think will end there? So, when we are in our area, we don't need to transport anybody. That to take control of our area. We should be in control of that area. This is what we want everybody to do for us. And I pray the wisdom for the coordinator to go right. Somebody coordinator, my Nikeja area. That coordinator, they should work together. How many Onolowo Ikeja yìí especially níbi tí wọ́n gbé Ìkẹjà whatever sí púpọ̀ ọ̀nà tó bá wọ bẹ̀ yẹn káwọn èèyàn di bí irú bẹ́gà táwọn mọ́tò máa ń gbà wọlé Ìbàdàn expressway yẹn àwọn èèyàn tó máa wà níbẹ̀ kan lé ní 1 million nobody can go in nobody can ojú títì yẹn ni ká take control of nǹkan tí wọ́n ní ká ṣe nìyẹn ká lè wọ white wa ká lè mú flag wa dání flag yẹn ó ní ìbọn wa white wa ò ní ọ̀tá wa tá a máa lò kò sí nǹkan kan àwọn aláàbò wà láàrin wa ìyẹn ni wọ́n sọ kẹ́kẹ́ má bẹ̀rù láti jáde ní not ogúnlógún ọ̀nàpọ̀nàpọ̀ but we should come out in millions we will come out in 1,000 million to take our destiny in our hands. This is what I have. And secondly, Koiki in what they call it. Wọ́n ní the coordinator of maybe o ti gbọ́ maybe o ti kà Ogun State ló bọ́ sí mo gbàgbé ibi tó pè mí sí wọ́n ní the police kidnap.
That information is something that I think I've listened to that, but it's not as it is. So that's all I can say. Yeah, it's not as it is. I think it's got to do with cultism and all that. So we have to be very. Well, I mean, like I said, I don't want us to go into that because it's got to do with cultism and that has got nothing to do with Yoruba Nation. I've heard about that. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Okay. Well, thank you so much to our caller. Let's hear from you as well as we continue. Again, we're still talking about the issue: who is actually responsible? We saw, the news that broke just under 72 hours. That's Ifeanyi had his birthday not too long ago, drowned in a swimming pool in Banana Island or wherever it is in Lagos State. Davido is a very popular artist. But what happened? Who is now also responsible? Is it the parent? Is it the maid? Is it the friends? Or who is responsible for the 35 children? And like we say, Daddy Yatta, who is responsible? Daddy Yatta has been missing for almost 2,000 days. This is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. Please mute the background. You're live now. Hello, caller.
Hello, Mr. Koiki.
You're live on Star Radio UK. Come on. Hello, caller.
Hello. Hello. Mo fẹ́ dá sọ̀rọ̀ ni kọjá ń discuss ni.
I'm going.
Yeah, Adele sọ̀rọ̀ láti London. Mo gbọ́ àwọn kọ́là kan tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ láìpẹ́ yìí tó ń fẹ́ máa put blame lórí bàbá Alana. Wọ́n sọ pé wọn nígbà tó ń sọ pé àwọn òsìn sí àníyàn kan bẹ́yìn. Look, ṣáájú ó easy láti blame àwọn leaders especially lórí àwọn tó bá wà lórí struggle. But àwọn pípù wọ̀nyí tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ gbowó kò lè condition kan tó fún kíní kan kò lè káwọn náà gbé níbi tí gbogbo gbé dé kọ́ rí kó gbogbo sacrifice tí wọ́n á yí ti sacrifice gbogbo nǹkan tó ti lose kó bọ́ síta kó gbé níbi tó gbé dé kó wò bó ṣe rí kó wò bó yẹ kéèyàn lose àwọn lọ́ọ̀bù wọn ṣe kó lose properties lóríṣiríṣi because wọ́n kàkù wọ́n wà ní òyìnbó wọ́n wà ní ibi tó tẹ́ pé ó wà òkè fún wọn wọ́n kò lè máa jàmbá kókò máa sọ oríṣiríṣi wọn mọ nǹkan táwọn pípọ̀ yìí tó ń go through and then nǹkan tá à ń sọ yìí tí struggle kó wọn fẹ́ gbà yìí ṣé is it something tó gbẹ̀yàn kó máa fẹ́nu sọ pé mo declare ẹ wo 1993 ńgbà tí Abiola declare as powerful as Abiola was then connection tó ní all over the world ẹ̀pẹ́tẹ̀ tó ti declare mà nọ́mà ti gbé Abiola kò bá sí wọn tó rí kéésì. Kàmájì aṣọ Buhari yìí tó jẹ́ pé bàbá ọ̀dájú burúkú ni tí ó pọ̀ kílẹ̀ síwájú ṣúlá ẹ̀yà ẹ̀kún kan tó ń ṣe pẹ̀lú ọ̀bí àgbà nígbà tí bàbá yẹn tó bá put àwọn nǹkan tó yẹ kó put in place tẹ́ ẹ̀ put blame lé wọn lórí tí wọ́n bá put àwọn things in place tó bá di pé kókò wá bọ́ síta kó ní àwọn ti tẹ́ Yorùbá nation ẹ bọ́ síta jẹ́ kí ní kọ̀ọ̀kan nígbà tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pa this same set of people àwọn náà wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ni máa pariwo máa blame mu bàbá yẹn àtàwọn ògbówó. Wọ́n máa blame wọn pé wọ́n kò lọ dẹ́mi àwọn ọmọdé gbogbo ní wọn kò tí wọ́n kọ́ ní pílẹ̀sì wọ́n kò pa àwọn ọmọdé dání ní. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa reason now. Tí ó bá mọ̀ pé kò dá wọn lọ́rùn let them go out kó lọ take position kó lọ take agbára kó lọ take nǹkan yẹn up kó gbé níbi tí bàbá yìí gbé dé.
Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Again, the last caller is of the opinion that we have to be very patient, but it seems more people are losing the patience. We have a super chat on the other broadcast there with Uncle Shegun Ono. Pẹ̀lú àtìlẹ́yìn Chief Doctor Sunday Adeyemo Igboho, Yoruba Sovereign Nation máa dúró àṣẹ. Congratulations on your honorary doctorate award. You have earned it. And probably maybe you are not aware of that. Yesterday in Benin Republic, quite a lot of food house in Benin. I believe I saw Al Maruf in Benin Republic. I saw I saw Dr. Okebion Kosi. It was a full house in Benin Republic. It seems that the excitement is already in Benin. What about the excitement in Nigeria is the question, and I believe this new caller would definitely take us through some of the timeline. You're welcome to Star Radio UK.
Mr. Koiki, God bless you, sir.
You're welcome.
We really see your effort and your selfless service towards Yoruba nation and their self-determination. I really commend you. May God bless you.
Amen. Before you even say anything, Lai Mohammed is saying that there's no problem in Nigeria. It's just the international community trying to create hulala. Before you go into what you wanted to say, Lai Mohammed, what are you going to say on that? Then you can go into what you want to say.
Lai Mohammed is a senior brother to devil, to Satan. He's a senior brother. He can lie because Bible made us to know that devil come to steal, to kill, and to destroy.
Okay.
And the devil is the father of all liars.
Wow.
So if Lai Muhammad, and his name is highly synonym to lie, Lai Muhammad.
Wow.
So I don't wonder and I'm not surprised for Lai Muhammad being lying like that, up and down, from back and front of his mouth. So he's a liar.
Okay.
Will he tell me that he doesn't see how kidnappers are kidnapping everybody in Nigeria? Does he say anything?
Okay. Good evening, Pastor Emmanuel Togba. Welcome on board.
Did he not see how our naira is falling and destroying?
Okay.
Does he say anything about it?
Okay.
Does he not see that our healthcare system is not working?
Okay.
Why our aspirants are traveling abroad for medication? The president is traveling abroad for medication. They don't have the concern of the layman.
Okay.
What does Lai Muhammad say about it?
Okay.
And does Lai Muhammad not say that our women cannot go to market, they cannot go to farm? It's like, what does Lai Muhammad say about it? Is Lai Muhammad not aware that our students are home? They are not back to school? Does he say anything?
Okay.
Does Lai Muhammad not see that our young graduates are not gainfully employed? There's no employment anywhere in Nigeria. What does Lai Muhammad say about that?
Okay.
Lai Muhammad is terrible than Satan.
Wow. Thank you.
Lai Muhammad is liar.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. And for the benefit of our listeners around the world, Lai Muhammad is the current information minister. Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
I really send a condolence message to Davido for the loss of his son. But the question that I want us to ask today is that, is Davido's son the first son that is dying like that, in that useless, tragic, that simple tragic of carelessness in Nigeria? What about other kids that are dying evening, afternoon, night, middle of the night, just because they cannot afford 1,000 paracetamol for their child? What about the hundreds of babies that are dying? Hundreds of babies that are malnourished? Hundreds of innocent babies that are dying every minute in Nigeria. We should see this. We should see that the country is not working. If there is a working CCTV in that compound, in that street, that baby could be saved. Internet is working. Internet is not free. Electricity is not there for the even our media that compromise. They are complicit. They don't give us better information. Nothing is working. Mr. Koiki.
Wow.
Ṣẹ́rí ìlú wa yẹn. Ẹ wo Nàìjíríà máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tí gbogbo wa kó tó di ojú wa là. Ẹ wo mọ́mì tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yẹn. Ipe baba, nobody is attacking Baba Akintoye. Nobody is forcing Baba Akintoye to go and declare. Wọ́n ní àti gbàwẹ̀ láti mú wa ṣàkúrọ́ ni. Wọ́n ní pé àti lọ ṣe praise and worship. Ṣé àṣẹ ni? Ṣé àti dúró 1 month ni? Wọ́n ní pé a fẹ́ ní gbogbo èròjà bí? Ibẹ̀ ni kẹ́dọ́ sí màmá. Àìsàn máa pẹ̀lú wa. Boko Haram máa pẹ̀lú wa. Ṣé rí Buhari bàbá Boko Haram tó wá sí UK? Tó bá probability kó máa padà sí Nàìjíríà is slim gan gidi. Buhari jẹ̀jẹ̀ bẹ́ kú báyìí ni. Buhari ló ti kú láti 2017. Ó ṣẹ̀bẹ̀ kú báyìí ni. Tó bá dẹ̀ declare kú ẹ má jẹ tàn yín. Boko Haram, ISWAP, Al-Qaeda wọn gba Nàìjíríà nìyẹn. Tó bá dẹ̀ gba Nàìjíríà, ẹ wo ikú wọn tún á bọ́ sọ́ọ̀sì. Àwọn tó ń sọ pé kí bàbá declare wọ́n ti rẹ́ẹ̀dì nìyẹn náà wọ́n ṣe pàtì wọn ni. Àwọn nídìí ìjà ogun àdá abẹ́jà àdẹ̀ nídìí àṣepá fẹ́ lọ́ra wẹ́pọ̀n. Ìdáhùn la fi ń parun. Mo ṣebí àbí magazine tí wọ́n tọ̀ sílẹ̀ yẹn bàbá mi. Abẹ́ẹ̀ni magazine tí wọ́n tọ̀ sílẹ̀ yẹn. In thousands. Mo lè fọwọ́ sọ̀yà fún yín pé àwọn ọmọ wa mẹ́ta wọ́n lọ síbẹ̀ wọ́n bàbá yẹn mo wá second bàbá yẹn láti sọ yẹn pé kí bàbá kí tó yẹ declare mẹ́kẹ́rà rí ká jáde kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà tí Yorùbá tó wà ń darí kó sọ fún wa aláàfẹ́ jáde orí táwọn èèyàn wa ibi ń pa wọn inú wọn ò dùn gbogbo àwọn kọlẹ̀kùn ilé wa ẹ wá ní kí bàbá kí tó yẹ dákẹ́ kó má declare ẹ jẹ́ kí bàbá kí tó yẹ dákẹ́ kó má jẹ́ declare mọ́ kó jẹ́ kó di next year á yà ń lẹ́nu pé àwa ní lẹ́nu kìnìún àwa ní lẹ́nu kìnìún tó lè fà wá ya area is better ká jáde kó tó di pé àwọn èèyàn jáde tèmi tó bá lọ́sọ ó ní tó bá gbọ́ ọ̀bọ̀ gbọ̀gbẹ́ ọ̀bọ̀ máa gbé ẹ gbọ̀gbẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká tètè dìde ká gbọ́ ọ̀bọ̀ gbọ̀gbẹ́ kó tó di pé ọ̀bọ̀ máa gbé ẹ gbọ̀gbẹ́ kó ní kílẹ̀ mẹ́tẹ́rà ní fún wa ká gba gbogbo nǹkan ọjà tó wà lẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ wa ti ṣe tán gbogbo ìbọn tó kọ́ wá gbogbo owó ìjà tó kọ́ wá láti fẹ́ bá fi bá wa jà à á gba gbogbo ẹ̀ là á sọ fún yín à á dẹ̀bi dìfẹ́ǹdì ra wa kí ló wà pín ẹ má bomi tó tuntun ọlọ́kàn mọ́ kí ìyá yẹn lọ dákẹ́ bó ṣe máa ń pè kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ orí ètò nìyẹn mo máa ń gbọ́ bó ṣe máa ń sọ nìyẹn ìgbé kẹ́nìkan lọ ṣáájú Ìgbòho tí kẹ́nìkan lọ ṣe bí Ìgbòho kẹ́nìkan lọ ṣe bí bàbá Akíntóyè we have thousands of our Ìgbòho ṣùgbọ́n àgbà fún bàbá wa Ìgbòho wọ́n dẹ̀ kọ́ gàgẹ́
Thank you so much. Well, again, a very, very angry caller there, upset, as we always say. The background that you're watching there is when we had the COVID, and a lot of our people in Ede, from southwest to the northeast to the southwest to the middle belt, everybody was hungry because of the food shortage across. Let's take a new caller, and I say good evening, caller, and welcome to Star Radio UK every Wednesday on Niger Voices.
Hello, Mr. Koiki pẹ̀lú.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Mo gbọ́ bàbá tó sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn tó sọ pé orí ń ta àwọn èèyàn. The message that came to me directly right now is the reason I call. I don't have much to say.
Okay.
Òun ni pé nígbà tí Prophet Samuel sọ fún Saul pé go and wait for me. Oh, more reason. Saul bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí bẹ̀rù. Ó rí pé the people are already here to attack us.
That was not Baba Oguribido that called earlier. Don't mix it up, Mr. John. That was the caller that called was not Baba Oguribido, Fatai Oguribido. Go ahead, caller.
No. I'm not saying I had somebody on speaking before I
No.
called.
I'm not talking. I'm actually, reading the comment that was coming through. That I was responding to the comment. Go ahead, caller.
Okay. So only the moment Saul became afraid and started doing sacrifice, that was the reason. The moment Prophet Samuel came and said, "Why would you not have waited?" He said, "Obedience is better than sacrifice." The reason what they are telling our people is that they should continue to prepare, not to be afraid of all the things that people have said. Jẹ́ báwo èèyàn ló ń darí wọ́n dẹ̀ rí pé Ọlọ́run ló ní ká ṣe kínní wọ́n láti dúró di that particular seconds, that particular day, that particular moment that God said go. Our people should just continue to prepare, do your own preparation. Okay. That is what I can see. Okay. Not to be afraid, because that was what the Spirit of God told me right now, that this is exactly what makes Saul lost the kingdom, because God was saying to him, wait, through Prophet Samuel, wait until I've come before you do anything. So àwọn èèyàn wa continue to obey and continue to prepare for that day that will be announced. Ìtòrí ẹlẹ́mìí bá ní kí n pèsè ká tètè sọ fún yín o. Ọlọ́run á wà pẹ̀lú ẹ kújẹ́ o.
Well, thank you so much. As the caller called, tomorrow there will be a peaceful small rally in Ado Ota. I keep mixing it up. We'll try and get a flyer out in just about a few minutes. As we continue to reveal everything, President Muhammadu Buhari is right here in London, as usual, taking his dose We are not sure what is wrong with him. What kind of illness is wrong with the president? His media handle are not telling us exactly what kind of illness. Good evening to you, Mr. Sulaiman Yusuf, and the rest of you. Yes, thank you so much, African Confidential. The last caller that everybody was thinking was Mr. Fatai Oguribido. Is not Mr. Fatai. Okay, John Ogwese, I'm not sure whether you have the right information there, but you have the right to your view. Anything for freedom. The truth is bitter. A lot of people are getting demoralized already. Louis Ogunwale said that is how they will prepare till January. Mace Gold say, Ado Ota. Yes, my Yoruba is getting better on a daily basis. The line is still open. We're still about 40 minutes away before the end of the program. Let us hear your view on all the issues. Please only call the number that we've put out there, which is +44, which is the UK code 7404405917. This is Star Radio UK. It is the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London, and every Wednesday this is how we discuss all the issues affecting Nigerians and those that say, what is Nigeria? Go ahead, my caller. You're live now with us. A good evening to you. Okay, let's see. Hello, caller.
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
Ogami Koiki.
Ekale. Ekabo, sir.
Ẹkúṣẹ́ takuntakun. Ọlọ́run á fún yín lérè lórúkọ Jésù.
Àmín.
Lóòótọ́ Bíbélì sọ wípé ó ní ìrètí pípẹ́ ó máa ṣọkàn láàárẹ̀.
Okay.
Ṣùgbọ́n Bíbélì náà ló tún sọ wípé Elijah tó jẹ́ highest prophet. Àmì Moses tó ní òun gan ló kó àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì jáde.
Okay.
Ó dé stage kan Olúwa tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ti ní ká máa lọ àwa ò ní lọ o.
Okay.
Until where we should go.
Okay.
Ìrìn àjò àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá bíi ti Israelites lórí. Bíbélì sọ fún wa wípé ó ní pillar cloud, the pillar of cloud and the pillar of light. Tọ́lọ́run bá fẹ́ ká máa lọ, á gbé light sí wọn síwájú wọn. That is a sign pé ká máa lọ instruction tó fún wọn nìyẹn. Tí cloud bá ti wà, á ní ká máa lọ. Ó fẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kan fọkàn balẹ̀. Ṣé ẹ rí gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ṣe máa ń sọ ogun yìí ogun Ọlọ́run ni. Ká má ṣe bẹ̀rù ọ̀kọ̀ àti ìbọn àti àdá. Ká má ṣe bẹ̀rù ẹ̀ rárá, ogun Ọlọ́run ni. Tó ẹ jẹ́ ká fọkàn balẹ̀, ọjọ́ tọ́lọ́run bá ti ní ká lọ, àwọn tọ́lọ́run ń bá sọ̀rọ̀, ó ń bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀. At the appointed time.
That video is from last year, African Confidential. It's not a current video, it's from last year. Go ahead, caller.
He said this prophecy is for an appointed time. Though it may tarry, but it shall surely come to pass.
Okay.
So àwọn tó lọ́rùn pastor at the appointed time only jẹ́ 31st of December. Nǹkan tó lọ́rùn bá ìgbà tó lọ́rùn máa ṣe ìṣùkùn iye ò kì í ṣe tiwa. Tó a máa wà ká máa múra lẹ̀ náà ni. Let's keep on the rally.
Okay.
Let the rally keep on. Àbájẹ́ ń ṣe Ọlọ́run.
So ká ṣe máa ṣe ká máa ṣe àwọn awareness kékèké tó ṣì ń ṣe lọ́tún lọ́sì.
Kó máa lọ.
Kó máa dúró. Okay.
That is just it. Awareness yẹ ká máa ṣe lọ. Ọlọ́run á wà pẹ̀lú wa.
Àmín.
Àti Ọlọ́run ti ṣe kò sí ẹ jẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ká fọkàn balẹ̀.
Okay.
Jẹ́rìí gbogbo àti rí nǹkan kan rally tó ń ṣe kiri àwọn elections wọ̀nyí. Many people Ọlọ́run tó ń dádúró àwọn ọ̀dàlẹ̀ míì. Ìsìn la máa mọ̀ wọ́n. So that ká tó délẹ̀ ìlérí àti mọ̀ wọ́n Ọlọ́run àti yọ wọ́n sọ́tọ̀. Tó bó ṣe rí nìyẹn já fọkàn balẹ̀. It is done already.
It is done already. That's the caller. It is done already. Again, a very good evening to you. If you're watching from New York, it's just coming up to 4 p.m. local time in New York. In Toronto, 4 p.m. In Japan, it's 5 a.m. in the morning. And in Libya, it's 10 a.m. In UK, it's just coming up to 8 p.m. In the back home in Nigeria, or Yoruba time, is actually 9 p.m. So we are still live on Star Radio UK, and we have a new caller. I say good evening to those of you. Alaba Damilola watching us. Adewale Lawa, good evening. Olumuyi, and those of you that are traveling, going to Ado-Ota for the rally. We are wishing you safe journey as you're traveling. I just got somebody saying to me, I'm on my way, and I'm still on my way because of the bad road. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Okay, network, let's give them a bit of time. Again, I'm going to be giving you some of the headlines from the newspaper at exactly 8 p.m. Oh yeah, go ahead. Go to the network again. Go ahead. Ekalema. I'm going my Ekabo. Surulere local government, where Gbajabiamila is holding everybody to strangle. Go ahead, caller. Okay. Okay, we have people in Surulere, so we have a very strong team in Surulere, and I'm sure you probably you're not aware, but I'm not putting down on team in Surulere. We have Yonkan gone one in Surulere. That's the Yoruba Christian, organization. I don't know the full meaning, but it's Yonkan. But definitely, everywhere is still saying no awareness. But I'm sure back on then shake boy. Àwọn náà gbọ́ wọlé máa sọ síta ni ẹ mọ̀ pé àdúgbò Gbajabiamila ní Surulere ti bá right. Hello caller. All right, we're going to let the caller go. I think there's a network right there, but I've got a number. We will reach out to her. Once again, this is still live broadcast for those of you that are watching us from around the world. My name is Olayomi Koiki, and this is how we do it every Wednesday. Look at the map very well and ask yourself, why should we remain in Nigeria? In 100 days, Nigerians want to go and vote for election 2023, but the Yorubas and the Biafra are counting down. Hello, good evening and welcome. Those of you that are calling, if it's not a studio number, that call is not going to get through to me. Hello, good evening and welcome to the program.
All right, good evening. Can you hear me very well?
Loud and clear.
Okay, I want to contribute to the program.
That's why you're here. Good evening to those of you on the MixLR. A huge number of you tonight. We appreciate you all. Emma Binu, good evening and welcome again, caller, all the way from your location there.
Okay, thank you. So, what we first want to issue.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So, the organization would with good adequate planning, security, health, traffic must be in place.
Okay.
At welfare, everything must be in place.
Okay.
So,
okay. Thank you so much. Again, a voice of hope there. As a lot of people are already, seems to be demoralized. Mega rally is coming up in Kwara State, and I'm going to be giving you that details in just about a few minutes. This is Koiki Media, where we give you, the updates from Star Radio UK this evening, which is our sister, partner that we do every Wednesday. And Monday to Friday, you can catch up with me when we discuss issues. I'm going to be giving you all the headlines from Nigeria in just about a few minutes at exactly 8 o'clock local time in London. But for now, we have our sister on the line. I say good evening and welcome once again.
Mr. Koiki, good evening, sir.
Ekabo sori eke. Ekale yawa.
Ẹjọ́, mo ní ìbéèrè kan. Mo dẹ̀ máa fẹ́ bóyá a máa lè ríyàn tó lè bá mi dáhùn sí question yìí. Because ní àti ìgbà yìí, a ti ń gbà àwẹ̀, a dẹ̀ ti ń gbàdúrà fún ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation yìí. Wọ́n tún ní pé ká fi kúrò láti máa gbà àwẹ̀ nìṣó, ká sì tún máa gbàdúrà nìṣó. Ṣé nígbà tí àwọn British tó fẹ́ wá kó wa lẹ́rú, ṣé bí àwọn Yorùbá bí Ọlọ́run ṣe sọ pé kó gbàdúrà kó submit ara wọn fún British nìyẹn ni? Because kò yé mi all the time tábà ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n máa ní ẹ̀yin ká fi máa gbàdúrà lọ ká ṣe máa ní sùúrù lọ. Ìrètí pípẹ́ ni Yorùbá sọ pé ó máa ń fa ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì ọkàn. ìrètí pípẹ́ ó máa ń fa ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì ọkàn àwọn èèyàn wọ́n tó yẹ pé stroke yẹn wọ́n ti dàbẹ́ bó ti fẹ́ máa sún wọn wọ́n ti fẹ́ máa sún wọn yes so àtọ́ ṣe pé all the time náà máa sọ pé Joshua sọ pé Elijah sọ pé no àwọn ò kí ń ṣe Elijah Yorùbá náà wá Yorùbá ni wá wọ́n máa bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá ti wá ni wọ́n máa fi Elijah kọ́ wa lọ́rùn àbí Israel jìnnà sí Yorùbá náà wọ́n máa fi kọ́ wa lọ́rùn wọ́n jẹ́ ká máa ṣe tiwa gangan wọ́n ṣe ká ṣe tọmọ Yorùbá tiwa gangan ẹ ṣé.
Thank you so much. That is the view again from one of our sisters, the comrade out there. So let me give you the breakdown of some of the rally that we have coming up, and likewise, as we say, this is Star Radio UK. Tomorrow is all happening, right there in Ogun State, Ado-Odota in Ogun State. The Yoruba Nation present mega rally. I believe the word mega rally that has been used, in all the rally was wrong. I did correct them, but it was too late because most of them have already done the flyers and it has circulated. Could they come up with a mega rally? It could have just been called awareness campaign, and then it would then come up with the main picture of the bigger rally. But since mega rally has been used, that is why the word super mega rally is now being used presently for the one that we're expecting. So tomorrow again, the 3rd of November 2022, starting from area to cover Songota, area Aton, Lusada, Igbesa, Alapoti, back to Aton to Sango, and that is all happening from 9 a.m. prompt. And that transmission will be coming from our sister platform, the Koiki Media. As you all know, we'll be bringing you all those from different angles. We have the media that have already arrived in the area. The meeting point tomorrow is under bridge in Songo. For you that wants to help them, whether to contribute or whatever, those are the numbers there that you can call: 070-304-16522, 080-304-43935, 080-8374-5405, 0814-0804-374. There will also be free medical checkup for those that come early before the rally commences. So advise your friends and family to be part of that as well. As we are still taking some of your calls, let's go to the next caller. And then those of you that are calling my wrong number, that number will probably be blocked because you will not get through, and you will be forced to call the studio number because there was a particular person that kept disturbing us on the other number, even though we were giving the number out. Hello, good evening and welcome to the program. Hello, caller.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Koiki.
Ekabo, it's on.
The White Lion.
Good evening, sir.
Ẹkúṣẹ́ wa Ọlọ́run àtúbọ̀ fún yín lágbára Ọlọ́run fún lókun àtàgbára
Àmín.
Gbogbo nǹkan tó ń mí nínú ọkàn yín àti tí ò ní Ọlọ́run àtúbọ̀ fún ọlẹ́bí lágbára Ọlọ́run ní ṣíṣe ní ṣe àṣetì lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Àmín.
So White Lion.
Yes.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má bínú, mo máa fẹ́ lo àkókò díẹ̀ tí mo máa fẹ́ ṣí àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan pẹ̀lú yín.
Okay.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má bínú sí mi. Ṣé rí ẹ ti rí ibi tí mo ti ń pè? Ẹ ti rí nọ́mbà mi?
Mo tẹ́tí pé ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́yẹ̀.
Ẹ ṣe rí ọ̀pọ̀ nínú àwọn brọ́dà wa, àwọn dádì wa àtàwọn mọ́mì wa tó ń pè tí wọ́n ń pariwo pé sùúrù, Joshua, Israeli, this and this. Mo believe pé wọ́n sì mú wọn sí Nàìjíríà. Tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n wà ní location 0 ni wọ́n á mọ bó ṣe rí. Wọ́n á dẹ̀ mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sáwọn èèyàn. Wọ́n á mọ ìgbé ayé tí àwọn èèyàn ń gbé. Mo ṣe wá gba ọ̀rọ̀ kan tí dáàdì mi máa ń sọ ni. Mo ṣe wá gbàgbọ́ ní lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní location 0 báyìí sí. Dáàdì mi máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ kan, máa ṣí àwọn ìrírí kan pẹ̀lú wa. Ó máa ní ìgbà táwọn western ilé dé sí Africa, wípé wọ́n ti mọ̀ wípé tó bá fẹ́ kó Africa lẹ́rú as a modern slave, ẹni láti gba nǹkan mẹ́ta lọ́wọ́ wọn, which is the first thing, kí wọ́n enslave wọn with their creation, take away their creation, take away their nation, and take away their culture. Ṣẹ́rí wọ́n ní láti mi ní àwọn tẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run dá wọn ní àkàndá èèyàn nínú ẹ̀mí tó lágbára nínú ẹ̀mí jù ní Áfíríkà, wọn ní Yorùbá. Ó ní kò sí ìran tó ní agbára nínú ẹ̀mí tó ìran Yorùbá. Ó ní àwọn ó ṣòun láàánú pé àwọn Yorùbá padà fọ́ sínú ẹ̀sìn àjèjì tí àwọn Áfíríkà àwọn Western region gbé wá. Ṣé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wa ni pé àwa gba ẹ̀sìn?
Santra Koko, good evening.
Ṣé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ni? Torí ṣé ń gbọ́ mi sà?
Yeah.
Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi?
Yeah. I'm going.
Torí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn yìí tí wọ́n kó wa dáàdì mi Mùsùlùmí ni o. Wọ́n máa ní ẹ̀sìn tí àwa gbà tàfi ní bọ́ndègè ń pé àwọn Yorùbá wọn ò gba ẹ̀sìn fún bọ́ndègè wọ́n gba ẹ̀sìn as a bondage ni kò ń ṣe bọ́ndègè ń pé the first thing ìgbà tí wọ́n dé tí wọ́n fi kó wa lẹ́rú as a modern slave tí a wà nínú ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí sí tí ìyà ń jẹ wá báyìí báyìí tí àwọn èèyàn ń wàásù Israeli tó ń wàásù Joshua fún wa lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí sí tó ń wàásù ẹ̀ fún wa ìyà ẹ̀sìn yìí tó ń jẹ wá ni pé firstly wọ́n ti gba ọ̀ṣọ́ lọ́wọ́ wa wọ́n gba nation lọ́wọ́ wa lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ sí Mr. Koiki nǹkan táwọn pípọ̀ fẹ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ wa báyìí sí òun ni creation wọ́n fẹ́ gba creation wa lọ́wọ́ wa tó wọ́n bá dẹ̀ ti gba creation yìí lọ́wọ́ wa àti tọ́láyé nìyẹn kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ ìran Yorùbá mọ́ jẹ́rí àwọn tó ti sá lọ sí Canada tó lọ sí Australia tó yọ kíní tó ti nílé tó ti ní kíní wọ́n lè má wá sílẹ̀ Yorùbá mọ́ wọ́n wà láyé wọn ni bọ́ àwa tá a lágbára láti lè jáde nǹkan so wọ́n gba kọ́ṣọ̀ yìí lọ́wọ́ wa tó jẹ́ pé àwọn òwúrò àṣà wa mọ́ kò ní ìlójú wa mọ́ kò jọ nǹkan lójú wa mọ́ then dáàdì mi máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ kan ó ní Yorùbá wọn mọ nǹkan tó pè ní operation ó títí òun fi bí gbogbo ọmọ tóun bí dáàdì mi ìyàwó 4 ló bímọ fún dáàdì mi ó ní tóun fi bímọ tóun pé òun ò bójú òun ò gbọ́ nǹkan tó pè ní operation rí wọn ò gbọ́ rí wọ́n ní tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ bímọ tí ìyá ọmọ kò wá lóhùn yẹn bí tó ń rọbí fún ọjọ́ méjì wọ́n ní tí wọ́n bá pe ẹni Yorùbá tó bá pe ẹni ẹ̀ débẹ̀ tó bá wò ó lè jẹ́ pé ọmọ yẹn ń bọ̀ wá sáyé àwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó wà ní ìdílé yẹn ọmọ yẹn jọmọ ológo ó jọmọ alágbára kò lè bọ́ sínú ipò tí ìdílé yẹn wà at that moment wọ́n máa ní láti settle condition yẹn kó tó di pé wọ́n máa gbọ́mọ ẹ̀ jáde wọ́n ní tó bá ti rí kinní yẹn báyìí wọ́n á kò pe bàbá àbí ìyá pé kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ẹbí wọn wọ́n á sọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n á ní ó yá kó settle kinní yẹn tó bá ti settle ẹ̀ wọ́n ní immediately ọmọ á dẹ̀ jáde ó ní tọ́mọ ẹ̀ bá jáde tán ọmọ ẹ̀ á dọ̀rọ̀kọ á dọ̀rọ̀lá á dọ̀rọ̀kìkì ó ní ọmọ ẹ̀ ò ní tòṣì láyé ó ní bọ̀ láyé ìsìn kò sí nǹkan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ tó bá ti rí pé ìyá ti ń rọbí fún wákàtí 9 wọ́n á gbé ọ̀bẹ jáde wọ́n á gbé abẹ́rẹ́ jáde wọ́n á bẹ̀ sí gírípù ìyá wọn ò mú pòsíṣàn tọ́mọ ẹ̀ fẹ́ gbà wá ayé tílé ayé bí àwọn kòkòrò ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ẹbí ó ní ìdí tí aṣẹ́wó fi pọ̀ ń tà nìyẹn tí ò lè fi pọ̀ ń tà nìyẹn torí àwọn ọmọ ológun tó wá sílé ayé ipò tó fẹ́ gbà wá sílé ayé òun kọ́ ni wọ́n gbà wá sílé ayé ìgbé ayé tó fẹ́ gbà wá gbé nínú ayé òun kọ́ ni wọ́n gbà wá gbé nínú ayé torí àkọ́kọ́ ẹ̀sìn ti gba nation wa lọ́wọ́ wa àrántí nǹkan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ àwọn tó bá fẹ́ máa rántí tó wọn ṣe pé jẹ́ ká lọ bá alágbára rí pé ó ti di òun ṣe bọ́nẹ̀dé ó ti dá ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ sẹ́yìn òun ṣe ọmọ Jésù kò ń ṣe ọmọ kínní tànà ń ṣe ọmọ Ọlọ́run wọ́n ní kò sí nǹkan tí Yorùbá fẹ́ dáwọ́lé wọ́n kọ́kọ́ dárúkọ Ọlọ́run pé kò sí ẹni tó mọ Ọlọ́run tó Yorùbá àwọn pípò yìí dé tán wọ́n gba nation yìí wọ́n gba kọ́ṣọ̀ yìí nísìnyí wọ́n wá gba creation yẹn ni wọ́n retí tí wọ́n gbìyànjú àti gbà lọ́wọ́ báyìí tí gbogbo àwọn ìwà tó ń pariwo tó ń ṣe pé tó ń wàásù tí ò sí nílé tí àwọn èèyàn wọ́n wọlé wọ́n pa àwọn èèyàn lójoojúmọ́ wọ́n jẹun àwọn èèyàn lójoojúmọ́ wọ́n kó àwọn èèyàn jẹ lójoojúmọ́.
ẹ ṣé gan nítorí àsìkò ní àmàlà jẹ́ kí lọ ẹ ṣé gan bàbá wa thank you so much and ilé go further I believe that again part of the reason why those of us that are campaigning, which you all understand my position, self-determination is not a crime. I don't believe that we should continue with Nigeria. I believe that Nigeria should be breaking into many countries, as more than 15 countries can come out of Nigeria. It has been done before during the Soviet Union. So there's no need for us to be worried and concerned for those of us that believe in self-determination. Let's go straight to this caller. Hello, caller. Good evening and welcome to the program. Ekale. I'm going. Okay.
Wọ́n níbi tó ń wọlé sí wọ́n ti darúgbó bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ti àwọn Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà wọ́n ìṣe lórí ẹ̀ kó máa pẹ́ lọ́la ẹ̀ bí.
Okay. All right. Mama Riti. Mungo.
Awareness tó wà pẹ̀lú Yorùbá ní kí mo ṣe gbọ́ torí mi ti rẹ́ nìkan láti bí ọdún mẹ́ta sẹ́yìn.
Okay, all right. Oshegoni. Oshegoni Babawa, when people say that gbọ́ àwọn èèyàn tí kò awareness does not mean that they are not aware. What they're just probably saying is ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ gbé Yorùbá Nation rally wá sí Surulere, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ gbé wá sí Ojú Ẹlẹ́gbà, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ gbé wá sí Ìkẹjà, and this is why we are now asking that everybody should come out simultaneously. When we come out simultaneously, tó ń ṣe irú tí wọ́n ṣe ní irú tó fi ṣe lọ́la àti tó máa ṣe ní Kwara. The Kwara one is coming up. Let's give you the details of that. Once again, this is still Star Radio UK, the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. Good evening to all our listeners and viewers. On the 5, there will be a rally in Kwara State. Ó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti Ìsànlú, Ìsìn, Ìjàrà, Ìjì, Òwu, Pamọ́, Ìwó, Òkè, Onígbín, Ọ̀rọ̀, Àjàṣẹ́ Ìpó, and Òmùpó. All this is happening on the 5th. Again, ní ọ̀la, the one tomorrow is Aton, and we've told you that as well. But èyí tí wọ́n ń retí tó máa kágbá gbogbo ẹ̀ òun là ń pè ní super rally. Ẹ kálẹ́ ìyàwó Agbémilékè, it's been a while. I guess somebody is just saying hello to you, but I've not spotted you there. Mo kí ìyàwó Ọ̀jọ́rẹ́ Elizabeth, and those of you that have joined us on the Instagram as well and all the platforms, it is quite a very packed night on the Mix LR, where you can listen to me, but you'll probably not be able to see me. As I say, good evening to every one of you. So when the super rally comes, it will then knock off all these because when everywhere is blocked, nobody's moving everywhere. We are all staying within our territory. There's no transport moving. There's no movement. Then Enito Botele will eventually have to hear as well. Good evening to you, Veronica Oyedele, and the rest of you as well. The young boy that was kidnapped, from Agege, have not yet been found as we have it right now. But we've been given some information that we cannot reveal. But as we speak right now, we do not have it with us. As soon as we have him with us, we will definitely bring him on air. He will then come and tell us everything we need to know. So there's still work ongoing on the man that was taken away from Agege. There was another one that was being told, Tony Laro, but I've been told that has got nothing to do with Yoruba Nation from the feedback I got on that. So that is so far as we have at 12 minutes past 8 p.m. local time on the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. As we say, this is still where you get all the news headlines as well. So I'm going to be giving you all the headlines from the paper, in Nigeria. The pound sterling to Naira. I actually sent money home today, and it was 935 Naira to £1. So my expectation is by weekend, it will be about £1,000 or 1,000 Naira to £1. Wow. The debt of Nigeria today, 2nd of November, is $145 billion US. Our debt today. So today is 2nd of November 2022. Our debt stands at $145 billion. And it's going to take us 40 years to make a repayment back. 40 years. I'll probably be 83 years old. And if I 1 million naira will be £1,000. Yes. By weekend, I expect the money to be 1,000 naira to £1. Very sad. Well, Buhari doesn't care. Buhari is here in London, while the rest of the presidential candidates. So we are actually 62 trillion. Basically, Nigeria and Jelili 62.8 trillion naira. Odema Tekwani. Good evening, my beautiful mother, Buki Sani Oludari, Alaji Smart, Ekale Ekabo Sorieto. Good evening to you. Okay, I can now see the comment of my beautiful sister and auntie, Bimileke. I believe you've been working very hard. I hardly see you on the broadcast again. Good evening to those of you watching us on the Instagram 001 coded and the rest of you on all our platforms. As I'm now 15 minutes before I end the program, we might not be able to take more calls because we now have the headline to give to you all. Sikiru Kodri, good evening to you as well. Temitope, no be juju be that. Yes, add 40 years to your age. Èyí tó máa take wa ká tó san gbèsè Nàìjíríà tán nìyẹn. And I don't think any one of us have enjoyed Nigeria. Ekale Babawa Idowu John, and those of you that have joined us on all the platforms as well. Ayodele Olatune, good evening to you. Abiala Akinola, on going back, Yoruba Nation now, Prophetic Rufus, good evening to you. Owolabi Razak, good evening to you as well. Toriola Jamiu, Johnson, gbogbo ẹni tó bá níyàn kan tí gbọ́, èyí náà ṣe sọ fún wọn ládùúgbò yìí pé ǹjẹ́ ti gbọ́ nípa Yoruba Nation rather than keeping it to yourself. Folarin, good evening to you. And now I will be going to see those on the Star Radio UK. Also remember to follow us on those platforms as well. Now let me give you some of the headline. As I speak to you right now, the Yoruba World Media is having their weekly town hall meeting. You can join them as well. They're having their weekly town hall meeting as we speak right now. Should you want to join them so that we can find out what is going on there? A lot of conversation going on, a lot of information out there as well. So let me take us to the news headline as I have them in front of me. Once again, it is Star Radio UK. We've not been able to play music, recently. And I guess I should just, bring the tempo down a little bit. What do you think? Should we play something? We've not been able to play some music. Okay, I guess we have two more calls. I'm going to squeeze them in quickly. One is from Libya and one is from Canada. So I'm going to call them back, and those will be the last two callers if they are still on the seat. One is from Libya. If you're there, pick up the phone, and you will be the one, and the one next will be the last caller on the program tonight. And then it will be a week again. So you only have about less than a minute plus. Go ahead and let's hear from you. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Good evening, sir, Mr. Koiki.
Ekabo.
Olani Monjala ti Libya.
Ekale.
Mo program mi, so mo de ní interest sí lórí ni. Àmọ́ tèmi kọ́ lè sọ di lórí ni pé ṣé ti rí woman kan tó kọ́kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa religion. Lóòótọ́ woman yẹn sọ yìí pé òun fẹ́ reply káwọn èèyàn sọ̀rọ̀ sí nǹkan tó ń sọ. Ṣé ti rí lóòótọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọgbọ́n ọmọdé tèmi, wọ́n ní bí wọ́n bá sọ lẹ́nu èèyàn sọ àpòyàkọ́ ni, gẹ́gẹ́ bí nǹkan tí bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe túmọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ tí woman yẹn sọ. Jẹ́ tí ọ̀rọ̀ tí woman yẹn sọ ọ̀rọ̀ gidi ni o, because láti ta àṣà àti ṣe wa o. Muslim ni mí lóòótọ́, ṣùgbọ́n tẹ̀lé Muslim from day one because I'm a Christian. Oníkálukú ló tún sí kìíní. Ṣé tí ẹ wá rí ẹ̀sìn méjèèjì tá à ń sọ yẹn? Ẹ jọ ẹ̀sìn yẹn kọ́ ló ń ṣàfihàn, ẹ̀sìn yẹn ò ń ṣí ẹ̀sìn.
What? That's your own personal view, but not the view of everybody.
That is my own. Yes, that is my own.
So let's start again. Your own personal view.
Yorùbá sọ wípé wọ́n ní ìṣẹ̀ṣe làgbà, which everybody mọ̀. Ṣé tí rí bá ṣe sọ nǹkan wà nù, tá a sọ nǹkan wà nù, tí àbádùn nǹkan wà yẹn, òun ló fìyà jẹ wá di èmi tá a wà.
Well, I'm sure when we have a nation of our own, we will be able to give that value and respect to it, and that will then add, to others that we already have. Because I'm sure, wherever we are living right now in our, in different part of the world, they have their own religion. They also respect other views as well. So as much as their own, yes, go ahead quickly because I need to. Well, I mean, it's going to be part of the, part of the constitution. Yoruba language is going to be our major language, so there's no need for us to even.
Yorùbá òṣìṣẹ́ ẹ̀wọ̀n Italy bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ilẹ̀ Libya lèmi wà
Okay.
Ó ti wà nílẹ̀ nígbà for good 9 years. Ó ti gun orí omi láìmọye ìgbà. Tó yẹ pé Ọlọ́run ló yọ ẹ̀mí mi. Tó dẹ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn wa ojoojúmọ́ ló ń kú. Nísìn lálẹ́ ti àwọn ọlọ́pàá ti lè wá báyìí.
Okay. All right.
Face the problem nílẹ̀ Libya because of that first survive.
Okay, I'm sure we will all survive. I gotta let you go now because, like I said, we're just about 10 minutes, and I want to take the next caller quickly, and that will be the last call. Right, like I said, religion is not the reason why we're asking for self-determination. Let us always remember that, and that is the argument that the British government is saying, that we are always fighting communion clashes. And that is something that we need to be very, very careful, especially the international community. Hello, caller. You're going to be our last caller on the program tonight. Ekabo Soreto.
Àwọn Jews ayé ìgbà yẹn ti kọjá. Ṣé gbogbo nǹkan tí a ní ìdí nísìnyí òun ni pé ká gbájúmọ́ nǹkan tá a ń ṣe. Ká fi ọkàn àwọn èèyàn wa balẹ̀ pé nǹkan tá a ń ṣe à ń ṣe ó lè máa bọ̀ sí. Owó ni a ní ìdí ní láti parí gbogbo nǹkan tá a tó wà nílẹ̀. Kí gbogbo nǹkan ó lè bọ̀ sí. Ṣùgbọ́n tí a bá pé àlọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ bíbélì àlọ́ ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ kálíkì lèmi. Now every Friday la máa gbàdúrà fún ní Nàìjíríà fún ṣèkìní. Now at this age of mine ṣé Nàìjíríà ti change? Ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo kí wọ̀nyẹn ẹ jẹ́ ká gbàgbé ẹ̀. Nǹkan tí a níìdì nísìnyí ẹ̀yìn gbogbo àwọn Yorùbá wa ẹ̀jọ̀ owó la níìdì láti lè prepare gbogbo tá a fẹ́ rálì wa kí gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ lè bọ́ sí. Torí àwọn òkè tó bá ṣe rálì ẹlòmíì ó lè jẹ́ pé ibi tó ti rìn lọ á lẹ́ accident á ṣe kìíní á ní the treatment owó la máa fi ṣe gbogbo wọn. Ìyẹn gan ló yẹ ká máa polongo. Ẹ yẹ ká gbàgbé ọ̀rọ̀ bíbélì ọ̀rọ̀ ṣe nípa wọn. Mi sọ pé ká gbàgbé ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run, I'm not saying that. Ṣùgbọ́n ká face reality. Ọlọ́run aṣẹ ìbámájà tanra wa jẹ. Ọlọ́run lè wá látòkè ọ̀run àwọn fúnra wa láti gbìyànjú láti ṣe fúnra wa. Tá a bá di pé àtiwọ́ ṣáàpù ká mówó jáde. Kí gbogbo nǹkan tá a lè ṣe ó lè bọ́ sí Ọlọ́run kí wọ́n ṣáàpù ẹni. Ẹ jọ kí gbogbo wa ẹ jẹ́ ká fọkàn sí. Ká dá owó gbogbo nǹkan tó yẹ ká lè ṣe lásìkò. Torí a ní ìdí fún security. Ọlọ́run fún wa ṣe o.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa, thank you so much, and that is going to be our last call for the time being. Now let's go back and give us some of the headlines. Thank you so much, African Confidential. Shegun Ono, we need to get practical. Temitope Daniel, Koiki, your seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, and years are blessed in Jesus' name. Thank you so much. King Mirado, how I wish you use additional 1 hour more because your program always they suit me. Okay. Let's come out from the Star Radio in just 7 minutes, and then we'll probably continue that. Let me give you some of the headlines. Emma Bino, we cannot take any more calls right now. We appreciate those of you that are watching us around the world as we continue, the preparation, and our quest for the self-determination. Let me take you through those headlines as we have them this morning. Autumn gives article conditions for support. Okay, 1 minute. Let me take them one at a time. This is coming from the Daily Sun. 2023, Okowa to Igbo. Don't abandon PDP candidate, your son-in-law. Osun drama as INEC denies own document at tribunal. Autumn gives article conditions for support. Warns PDP candidate of consequences of ignoring 5 governors. Medical trip, Buhari not transmitting power to Osibajo, unconstitutional clerk. 1 fair dead as fire got building in Lagos. Oil marketer dumped official ex-depot price as fuel scarcity persists. Outrage as Davido's sons drowned at home. Let's go look at the next paper. The Daily Times, 2023, no plan to remove INEC chairman Adesina. All journalists not to give attention to people with hidden intention to disrupt 2023 election. Federal government owes highway contractor 10.4 trillion naira. Federal government restate commitment to prosecute perpetrators of electoral violence. Terror alert by U.S. orders not proper. Federal government. We have beefed up security within around Abuja. Tribune, Nigerian Tribune. EFCC raid Abuja Forex Trade Office as scramble for dollar pushes exchange rate to 825 naira at the parallel market. 4 dead policemen, others injured as bank generator explode in Lagos State. I'm sure some of you saw those images, a very sad one. Tinubu meet business leaders in Lagos, present economic blueprint. 1.4 billion naira bank fraud. EFCC arrest Kogi assembly candidate with 326 million naira cash and $610 million cash. Wow. Passengers stranded as aviation union shut down Lagos airport. Endorsement: Tinubu Obi presidential ambitions tear Afenifere apart. I am still the leader of Afenifere. Fashion Roti. Mind at all. It looks like there is fight between Pa Ayo Adebanjo and Afenifere Fashion Roti. Vanguard: how are we fight insecurity, boost economy by Tinubu. Kwankwaso present 180-page manifesto in Abuja. 2023, we will prosecute perpetrator of electoral violence, Malami. That's if there's going to be an election. Tinubu Obi endorsement split Afenifere. Wow, that's the New Telegraph. The Guardian: 2023 rift widen in the southwest over Afenifere endorsement style. Stakeholder canvas retooling of eligible customer policy as 9,000 megawatt power remain stranded. They are fighting against each other. Africa Confidential say, okay, fight among irrelevant old people. Sorry, but it seems that the 2 old men are fighting who is the leader and who is not the leader. This day, Tinubu, I will end fuel subsidy. Shaitima, we will retire Atiku to Dubai. Declare former vice president is a bottled water seller, not businessman. Interesting time ahead. Atiku Tinubu Obi send condolence to Davido's over son. I'm not sure why they are not sending condolence to those 39 children that have been kidnapped already. Kwankwaso unveiled blueprint promise improve security and 750,000 Nigerians to be recruited into the military. Agbado and cassava. I will unbundle transmission to provide power, says Tinubu. Ayu can't lead PDP to victory. Wiki insists. Fashion Roti Afenifere has endorsed Tinubu. Passengers stranded as union pickpocket at the Muritala Mohammed Airport. This is coming from The Nation. Investor lost 2.8 trillion as sell-off worsened. Police probe Davido domestic worker over son's death. And the last one is coming from the Daily Trust. Parent cried out as the terrorists adopted 39 children from Castina farm. 2 soldiers, 25 ISWAP fighters killed in a gun duel in Borno State. Don't ignore US-UK terror alert. Reps tell federal government. We have devised tactics to overwhelm enemies. The army chief. The army chief is also saying that we should go and Mickey Babs is so angry. Interesting. Hakim Yusuf. Well, I think I cannot go further than this. Alabi, Hakim, Olabi, good evening, and to all our listeners from around the world. That is how far we can go on Star Radio. Wow, Yavi Gumileke just put a super chat there, say, White Lion Olodumare is threatening you. Thank you so much. Remember that we are still taking your support. For those of you that wants to support us, remember that we are really asking for your donation voluntarily. If you know that you have question mark on the money, please do not donate. It's a voluntary donation to support those at home. Let me show you these beautiful images that I've just received from Yoruba land as one of our consignment arrived in Ile Yoruba. As you can see there, that's the beautiful Yoruba flags that arrived already in Yoruba land. And as you can see there, we need more people to continue to support. It is your support that is pushing this. So we're planning to raise £20,000. So far, the night before, on the 31st of October, we raised £550, including the one that came in the next day. On that show, we raised £320, but when I woke up the next morning, there was still bit that was coming through. We also raised $220, and I believe, we'll be updating that to what we raised so far, for the £20,000. Keep that, voluntary support coming. Remember to put your donation on Ominira account, likewise the central account. But like I say, this is the beautiful over 5,000 small flags, 500 mediums, and 50, 100 by 150. And someone actually paid full price for me to make a big one, the 25 meter, just like the one here. And I'm going to be handing over back in just about a few minutes to the studio. So we also have this one that this one is already at home, but we've already got a new one that was also sent to Yoruba land, and that one is the one that we have right here. Let me show you the image. It's 25 meters. It's about almost 16 kg, and you can imagine 16 kg. All this is now on the ground. They will be useful towards the super rally. So for those of you that were asking, Mr. Koiki, we see no gigantic box here, I can now confirm tonight on Star Radio UK that is a 25 meter flag that we have been waiting for. It's brand new, and we say thank you so much to that individual brother in the United States of America that sent us the money to produce this gigantic 25 meter flag. Yeah, no, they've not released them already. Elizabeth, the boy has not been released, but we've already found out his location, but we are going to be giving an update on that very soon. I'm talking about the young boy that was removed from Agege last week in the meeting they were having. That is how far we can go tonight. So if you're wondering, we're going to this. I was asking, guess what is inside? I can tell you now that is a 25 meter flag that we have been waiting for. It's a new one that was just produced. It has arrived home, and then it will be taken to the right place in preparedness. And this is the old one that we had in London during June 12. As you can tell there, that is the length of it. It's 25 meters, and the new one will also be helping us, in one of the states that we're not going to mention right now. But for now, this one will be put together. Please, let us remain patient. It's not a lot that will go around, but we will try our best to make sure that we can keep the push for the flags. Keep us supporting us. We are planning to do something different again now. Probably maybe not flags for the time being. We are planning to do something something important that will also help, the visualization of the Yoruba nation. We believe the flag has been very, very visual, across the Yoruba land. Maybe not enough, but we're expecting others to do the same thing as well. That is how far I can go, and I'm gonna hand over now to my producer, Mr. Frank David, and Mr. Archie Amon. My name is Olayomi Koiki, and I say thank you so much to everyone that have joined us tonight. If you've not been able to get through, bear with us. You will definitely get through, during the next week edition where we're going to come back again. But for now, again, we apologize to of you that couldn't get through. Quite a lot of comment is coming on the Star Radio. Let me quickly read them to appreciate you. Michael Abioye, my opinion is that please, what everyone takes some few things along to eat. Larry Aregbe says, Olayomi. Well, you called me Olayomi. I'm going to take that as well. You sent me a lot of love. I take it as well. Mr. Koiki, please go and read about the independence of Iran under Ayatollah. Okay, I will do that, and I will use that for a program. When will Baba Akitoye and Professor Adeniro commission the Oduduwa radio with question mark? We were told last week Friday is going to be up and running. I don't know any details about that because the other radio, as Babaki say, is project that has now failed. So we have to move on that. Even though 15 million was what we raised on our platform, but this is the right why I said this time around we are not handing money to anybody. Whatever we want to do, I will be the one in charge, so that I know that the money that you are giving us will be used for the purpose, not for halfway project. That is how far we can go tonight. And I will now say to my producer at the back end to now take over. Sorry, we cannot take any more calls, for now. And I can always say, Yoruba nation is a right to self-determination. Biafra nation is a right to self-determination. And likewise, those that also want to have, freedom, it doesn't come to you. You have to get those freedom. And this is the final track. I say good morning, good evening, and bye for now. Okay, it seems my producer have said we can do. We will be back next week. That is how far we can go tonight. Thank you so much, and bye for now.